Uninformed immigrants are at a huge disadvantage in court, in financial and legal matters, and also sometimes in life. Well, what can we do about it? I'll tell you what. We can train, teach, inspire, and empower immigrants to maximize their lives regardless of their immigration status. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. I am your immigration lawyer and host, Otis Landerholm, and this is the Empowered Immigrant Podcast. You know, you may have heard in the news, the Biden administration has announced that they want to start issuing a new federal ID for immigrants who are in removal proceedings. All right, specifically, the Biden administration is asking to include $10 million, all right, to the annual budget for the next fiscal year to be allocated to what they call a secure docket card, okay? And I want to be clear about, first of all, we don't know much more than that at this stage. There's been a couple of news articles. There hasn't been like regulations passed about this. We're not super clear if this is actually going to pass in the next round of budgeting, all right? But, you know, $10 million, it's not a lot, really, for the federal budget. And so we'll see. You know, we'll see what kind of an impact this has. It might go into effect. It's sort of like, okay, what is it and what isn't it? Some people hear this and they get excited like they're going to get some kind of a useful document, some kind of way to, I don't know, come out of the shadows in a more significant way if they're in removal proceedings and they're undocumented. And what I want to be clear is, at least my reading of the articles that have been published so far, is that this is not like a federally recognizable form of ID. This is not, for example, a Social Security card, right? It's not a real ID compliant driver's license. It's not a driver's license at all right? It's an ID that would be issued directly from ICE or from the Department of Homeland Security. It would have your A number on it. Really, it sounds to me like it would just enable DHS, maybe your lawyers also, to more quickly locate information about your immigration case. Okay? It doesn't seem like a huge, game-changing, you know, this is not a huge new immigration reform benefit, right? And so my purpose for today is to announce, you know, check it out in the news, see for yourself, right, the news articles. But I want you to be aware that this is happening. I want you to be aware of it, that it is happening, but also to, you know, I don't want anybody to fall for some kind of scam if there's some lawyer or notario trying to sell you a service to get one of these things. Like, don't listen to that stuff, all right? And I'll do more episodes like this in the future if and when the budget with this in it were to actually pass. We'll be monitoring it, all right? It should not change anything about the immigration court process, and this proposal changes nothing about who is eligible for immigration relief, asylum, immigration benefits, cancellation of removal. It changes nothing related to any of that, okay? And so a lot of people are asking, hey, what does this do for me, or what does this mean for me? My read of it is that DHS will start using this first at the border to help speed up the processing of immigrants who are allowed to come in or that are going to be detained or that are allowed to be paroled in at the border, but who will still be in removal proceedings, all right? And so what will this card do for you if you're already here in the U.S.? My belief is it won't do much. All right? It won't do much. Maybe it'll be some kind of a easier way to keep track of your case in the future. Maybe it'll be a way to not lose important documents. You'll be able to keep your important case file, case information maybe access to it quicker, maybe more access electronically to your files. It might cause changes in the request for FOIA's process. It might give your attorney better, quicker access to your file. Other than that, it probably won't change much. Okay? So I just want people to be aware of that. If you have questions about it, if you read the news, you've got additional things to say, thoughts about it, hey, that's what we're here for. Please, give us a call. Feel free to reach out, and we can give you any updates as we get them. But that's basically it. Okay, new federal ID. It's been announced. Check the news. We'll see if the proposal makes it through budget negotiation processes, and then if so, we'll see what this card ends up doing for folks. My guess is it won't change the actual process too much. It might just make it a little bit. It might actually save some money from the Department of Homeland Security. And it might save some time for the attorney to more quickly be able to access your file. So that's it. That's it. Hey, thank you so much to everyone who has joined me. I hope this was useful. If it was, please subscribe to our channel. If you have an immigration case, hey, we're here to help. We'd love to help you. And yeah, have a great rest of your day. So thank you for joining me. I'm Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream.